I think Germany's a really easy country to have lots of preconceptions about. I think one of the biggest ones is that everybody expects us to be very organized and very sort of scheme A, B, C. And as soon as you start working with authorities or landlords or agents, you very quickly realize that that's not really as true as you hoped it would be. There's a lot of waiting times, there's a lot of lack of digitization, which is quite a big problem in Germany. Yeah, I find it always quite interesting. I go to very remote places sometimes and there's better internet than in some of our larger cities. So yeah, we definitely still have some growth to do as a country on those items.
How do you guys coach through that?
It's a very difficult process. Explaining to somebody that there's a likelihood that they won't have internet for the first week in their new home when they move in with 2 teenage kids. I always say if you make it through that week, you're probably going to make it through your whole time in Germany.
Well, a lot of what Sophie said you can echo across in regards to the core services, the relocation services are very similar. Obviously, the main focus is on home search and finding. The interesting thing between the two countries is quite different, isn't it? Because in Germany, the vast majority of people live in a rented property. Whereas in the UK, it's completely the opposite. So the vast majority of people own properties. So therefore, you're looking at the rental market, you're looking at a very different scope straight away. So in the major cities like London, for example, but other major cities qualify, you have quite a lot of rental properties available. As soon as you go outside, the culture is very different. The drive is to actually own your property. So rental becomes less common. So there are quite unique challenges around that aspect. So one of the key issues is helping somebody when they're relocating to the UK, because one of the fun things is most people know the UK pretty well, or they think they know the UK pretty well. And a lot of it is true, but a lot of it's not, in the sense of London, for example. People think, well, I've seen London, I know it, I've been there, maybe there for a long weekend, I've gone there for holiday, I've seen it in films, and we know what it's like, and it's just not true. There's an expression about London. London isn't one city, it's 100 villages. And it's very true from that. It's just grown and grown and grown. So you have very different cultures, very different sort of experiences wherever you live in the city. Okay, when you say London, what's important to you? And I'm making London the epicenter of this conversation, but you can echo this across the UK. And they go, oh yeah, I know London. I go, do you? So let's really explore that. So that's kind of one of the key conversations, trying to work out what's important to them. In different parts of London, you've got different styles, different characteristics, different sizes of properties. UK properties tend to be much smaller than a lot of European countries. After all, we are quite a modest-sized island, so it doesn't come as a huge surprise. So you're trying to explain all that. So it's great most people have a view on it, and largely it's correct, but it's the details that are not there. And the fun thing is then try and help somebody through that. To actually then say, okay, well, you think you know UK, let's open the lid and find the bit that's going to work for you.
I think it's just really important to manage expectations, to be very aware of what it is. We also always try to be just a little bit humorous with it and to just keep people's minds open about it.